All right, guys, you've been asking me about this, and it's time for me to respond. How do you register a truck that has weight loss program, right? It's a good question, and it's something that I did a lot of research on before I decided to pull the trigger. Now, every state is different, so this video may not be for you per se, depending on what state you live in. I live in Utah, and sadly, Utah is probably worse than Maryland when it comes down to owning a diesel, because in Maryland, if you buy a brand new truck or if you buy a used truck with a Maryland state inspection, as of right now, from the best of my knowledge, you do not have to do emissions on diesels in Maryland. Now that could change, very possible it could change, but to the best of my knowledge right now, when I lived there, I can tell you with confidence that diesels did not have to get emissions. However, if you did buy a truck out of state and someone decided to take all the emissions equipment off and you want to register it in the state, you had to pass Maryland state inspection in order to do that. And those parts were missing, you're gonna have some issues registering that truck. You'd have to find someone that would sign off on it, and trust me, not a lot of shops will dare stick their neck out for you like that. Now, with that being said, here in Utah, unfortunately, we do have emissions for diesels. And unfortunately for me, I'm screwed. Just kidding. So in this state, if you buy a brand new truck, I believe you have 5 years, but I'm going to show you this online. That way you can at least have something to go by. So here in this state, not every county has the same emission standards. Some counties in Utah don't have any emissions for diesel engines. So here in Utah County, we basically have it, but it's 5 years out. And again, I'll show it to you. Now, I know a lot of you guys here in Utah have been reaching out to me about this, and I apologize. It's just so many comments, and it's pretty much forced me to do this video sooner than later. I was going to put together a bunch of stuff, but I don't have time, guys. I think that I have time, and I just don't. So unfortunately, if I have a chance, maybe I'll ask AI to put something together potentially. But apart from that, I just don't have the time to go through every state here and see what states have, emissions, because again, every county is different too. Now, you might be wondering here, what am I doing? I just got done greasing my front end. Now, you guys know you still have to grease your ball joints, your idler and pitman arms and all that crap. And because I have the AEV front bumper, because I switched off the factory one with this, the skid plate is so big, I have to pull it down still to get to that upper idler arm. And the ones on the back, basically I think it's the pitman arms, I believe. Those are easy to get to now, but unfortunately, I still have to pull down that. Now, I did get a new fitting for my grease gun, so next time I do it, maybe I can keep it up and I'll confirm that. I did a video on that, by the way, so if you need to know how to grease your front end, it does make the truck ride better, guys. I'm like shocked at how much better it rode before I even got this McGoy's lift kit. Let's hop online. So this is the Utah State Tax Commission. If I remember, I will put this in the description below. I may not remember, so just ask me in the comment section and I'll find this website again for you. But right here, you guys see for 2026 Salt Lake County emissions, then I'll go through each tab here. So read right there, less than 6 years old are required to have emissions tests once every 2 years. So they go by odd and even numbers. And it shows the exemptions down below. So I'll zoom in for you. Be sure to pause. I'm not going to take too much time on this one. And all right, so next county is Davis. So Davis County, let's see, less than 6 years. And you guys see the years right there. And let's see what they actually exempt. So vintage vehicles, that's nice that they do exempt those. Any diesel vehicle with a GVWR greater than 14,001 pounds. Any diesel vehicle 1997 and older. And that's pretty much it. So next county is the popular one, Utah County. Now as far as the emissions go here, diesel powered vehicles with model year 1998 through 2021 require an emission inspection in Utah County. Okay. So you guys pretty much understand now. It says here required. Now this is going to be for gasoline powered vehicles, and then you have diesel emission tests required. So 1998 through 2021. And then here are some of the exemptions. Okay. And just a little bit more information. Now, I thought that Tooele was a county, but they probably don't have emissions in certain counties in the state, because I don't think this is every county. So maybe these 5 counties are the only ones that have emissions inspections, okay? Now, for this Weber County, it shows less than 6 years old. Shows model years. They go by the odd and even numbers. And then for diesels, does it show anything? Yep, greater than 14,000 pounds. And just like the other ones here, you guys see, and there's some of the information here. Lastly, yeah, this county, is that Cache? Is that how you say that? I don't know how to say that. Less than 6 years, and they do the odd and even number years. No specialty for diesel. But you guys see, the only county on the list is Utah County, which has special requirements for diesel emissions. So if you live in this county, you kind of are in luck, because unless you have a 2021 earlier truck, no, you're not. But if you have a 2022, 23, 24, you are in luck. However, if you do live in Utah County, you're not quite out of the woods yet, because last year it was up till 2020. This year is 2021. Next year will be 2022, and so on and so forth. So basically, if you buy a brand new truck in 2026, you have 5 years. And so for me, I'm pretty much coming up on having to make a decision whether I want to find a friend who lives in St. George or Tooele County to register my truck, because again, I don't want to get emissions testing done on my truck. So just do your research. I think that for most people, they have a lot of options, right? There are some cases where you can find that area where you can register the truck. For me, I would probably have to register it in Montana and just do a foreign LLC, basically forming it in that state off of my LLC here in Utah. That way I can register my truck in that state, because they don't have any emissions. So I hope this helps a little bit. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me this question, and I know that it is a little like frustrating. I mean, it does suck. I thought that moving to Utah from Maryland would give me more freedoms to do things like this, but in fact, Maryland does have its advantages too. And I will say Utah is becoming, from what I can see, a purple state, which is really sad. I really feel bad for the state. Such a beautiful, great state. And I hope and pray that it doesn't get screwed up by all the people who moved here, who forgot why they moved here, and they continue to vote the same way. And again, I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just saying, everyone I talk to out of California, Oregon, and Washington, all the people who've come here, the ones that I know, will tell you straight up, I will never go back. And they always say to me, I don't know how I stayed as long as I did, especially living out here. This is a really good state, and nobody wants to see a bunch of foolishness. I personally, yeah, we won't go down that road. But yeah, I think that if you're looking to get a tune file on your truck, want to do the upgrades that I've done, you can check out DieselR Corp. I have a promo code down below. I really, really like these guys. They have great tuning. I've put 15,000 miles on this truck. I've towed a lot, and I've driven the truck a lot more than I have in the past, simply because I wanted to do testing before, I really start pushing this stuff, because I don't want to tell you something and then my truck blows up or something like that, and now you're like, doing the same thing, and now you're mad at me. I just wanted to make sure, I got everything dialed in, and everything is great. I mean, I need to get my transmission tuning done soon. I just haven't had time yet, but that's probably next on the list. And then if I have more funds available this year, maybe I will drop my transmission and do a full build on that, because you guys know that these 10 speeds are just, they're definitely questionable for sure. But so far, so good on mine. Again, I've put 15,000 miles on it. All I've done was just put the Banks pan on there with the AMSOIL ultra low viscosity fluid, and so far so good. But be sure to, if you have any other suggestions, I don't always have all the answers. If you live in a state that's really good with obviously emissions not having it, then let us know in the comment section below. This is just kind of a video to help those people out there who may want to build a race truck like I have, right? It's just for competition, right? We're not driving this on the roads. But yeah, but again, if you have any suggestions or anything helpful for people out there, put it down in the comment section below. See you guys soon.